Alright, so today kita continue next part for topic 8. Alright, so for this part, as I said yesterday, it's continuation, something that relatable with topic 7. So dia ada connection with permutation and combination, but then we have to find the probability using that concept. Okay, ada 4 questions saya bagi kat sini. Let's go through one by one. So next example, we have a bag contains 4 red marbles, 2 white marbles and 8 black marbles. What is the probability that a marble picked from the bag at random, either red or white? Okay, dalam satu sentence tu, kena identify apa dia nak bagi tahu. Okay, kita go one by one. So, from the first sentence itself, we have a bag that have ada 3 jenis marble. Tapi dia tak ada cakap benda tu identical atau apa-apa. So, kita assume dia colour yang sama but then different things lah. Maybe different pattern or different size ke. Alright. So, all together here, we would have 14 marbles. Okay. Now, what is the probability that a marble is picked? So, kita nak pilih satu je marble. So, sebab dia kata pick, maksudnya ini soalan combination. So, if it's combination, we would use NCR. So, sebab dia kata a marble means our R is 1. Macam biasa kan, kalau combination or permutation, we have to identify N and R first before answering the question. So here we know N is 14, R is 1, because they use the word pick, means it's combination. We want to choose. Okay. Alright, the question is either red or white. Okay. Probability ayat dia. Probability either red or white. Okay. So, means that kalau kita translate kat situ ada perkataan or. So careful with the word or. Yesterday you already learned about this. If it's involving or, means it's represent union. Okay. So now red kita guna R lah. Probability of red. Or means union white. Okay. Itu soalan dia sebenarnya. We have to find probability of R union W. Okay, so using the concept of probability, first step, we must find the sample space first. Sebab nak cari je probability, kita kena dividekan dengan sample space. So, benda pertama, awak cari dulu what is the sample space for this question. Dia takkan bagi tahu langsung, but always bear in mind when it comes to this situation, our sample space, saya tulis NS, sample space, is arrangement or the way you choose with no restriction. Kalau topik 7 tu dia ada cakap kan, choose with no restriction, apa-apa. So kat dalam soalan probability dia takkan mention. So always bear in mind that the sample space always be the arrangement or the way you choose without restriction. Okay, so no restriction in this case means we choose one out of 14 options. So 14 C1 lah. So we get 14. Okay, that's the sample space. Now, kita dah boleh cari probability. So, because it's union, remember, you have to use basic law of probability. So, PR union W is basically PR plus PW minus PR intersect with W. Itu formula untuk basic law of probability. Ada satu je formula. Ingat benda tu. Okay, now kita masukkan satu-satu. What is probability of R? R we have 4 and we only have to choose one, means for C1. And then for W we have 2 options, so 2C1 minus with intersection between red and white. Kalau baca balik soalan tu, there is no marble that have both colours. Maksudnya marble tu colour dia separuh-separuh. Ada colour red, ada colour white. Tak ada kan? Dalam soalan tak bagi tahu langsung. Means it is 0. Benda tu tak akan terjadi. Okay. So this is the way you choose the marble. But don't forget, because this is probability, always divide by our sample space just now, 14. So simplify this out. Our answer would be 6/14. Tinggal macam ni, takkan dapat markah penuh during exam. Remember, final answer always in simplest form. So, jadikanlah 3/7. Or, kalau awak terus tekan calculator je, 4C1 plus 2C1/14 memang terus keluar lah 3/7 tu. Okay. Alright, settle first question. Ini contoh soalan yang dia bergabung lah. Combination combined with probability. So, sebab tu saya cakap chapter lepas, even though chapter 7 tak keluar exam, tapi dia boleh bergabung dengan topik 8, so dia boleh je keluar exam. Alright, settle. Kita pergi next example. Alright, so now we have a vase contain 3 blue marbles, 2 green marbles and 5 yellow marbles. Lagi sekali, dia letak guli pula kat dalam pasu ni. Okay. Dan macam tadi lah, kita tulis je apa yang ada. So, kita ada 3 blue, 2 green and then 5 yellow. Means now our N would be 10. Okay. And then, 2 marbles are randomly drawn from the tiba-tiba box pula kan. Tadi Asta je cakap Fiz, tengok soalan ni. Sorry lah. Ayat dia pun tak betul. Okay, so tak apa. Yang penting kita nampak kat sini. We now have to choose 2 marbles. So our R in this case would be 2. And then the keyword is drawn. Kita nak cabut. Means it's still combination. Kita nak pilih je. Tak kisah susunan. So NCR there. Alright. Find the probability drawing 2 blue marbles ataupun 2 different color marbles. Alright. So first step. Before finding the probability, as usual, make sure you find the sample space first. Ingat tadi? What is sample space? The way you choose without restriction. With no restriction at all. So in this case, our sample space, out of 10 marbles, we would choose 2. So 10C2. Tekanlah calculator. 10C2 should be 45. Okay. Start with the sample space. Now we can find each probability. Okay, start with the first one. We have to find 2 blue marbles. So probability of finding 2 blue marbles straight away, no problem. We only have 3 blue marbles. We have to choose 2. So dia akan jadi 3C2. Itu baru combination, but then because it is probability, don't forget you have to divide with the sample space. So you have to divide with 45. So 3C2 divided by 45, you should get 1/15. Okay. Settle. Itu simple Itu ni lah ni. Awak kena nampak. Okay. Kena pakai combination NCR. Kalau awak faham yang tu kena pakai NCR, and then tak ada masalah lah. Okay je. Alright. Second question. 2 different color marbles. So dia tak ada letak syarat yang very specific what is the color, but then we have to ensure both marble that we choose would have different color. So out of 3 kita kena pilih 2. Tapi color tu dia tak tetapkan. So in this case, better kita construct table. Why? Because we have more than one case. Macam saya pesan topik combination hari tu, kalau kita ada lebih daripada satu case, better kita construct table so that kita takkan tertinggal case. Okay, so kita ada tadi 3 blue marbles, 2 green marbles, and then last one 5 yellow marbles. Okay, so awak boleh buat apa-apa arrangement as long as kita pilih 2 color yang berbeza. So means first option saya boleh pilih 1 color biru, 1 color green. So yellow kita dah tak boleh pilih sebab dah cukup. Okay, or kita pilih 1 blue, 1 yellow. Green kita tak pilih. Oh, last one kita tak boleh tak payah pilih blue. 1 green, 1 yellow. Itu je number of option that we have. Tak ada cara lain. Okay, so now choose case by case. Ingat satu-satu case, jangan confuse the process. Okay, so maksudnya kat sini we have 3 different situation or 3 different cases. Okay, bila dah masuk 3 different cases, jangan tersalah operation. Okay, same case kita akan darab, different case kita akan start tambah. So maksudnya kat sini now kita start with the first case. So we have to choose 3 blue marbles, so 3C1, 1 green marble, so 2C1, and then 0 yellow marble, so 5C0. Settle with the first case, sebab tu saya buka satu bracket. Now, moving on with the second case, because it's involving different cases, situation yang dah berbeza, so we have to use summation. Kena tambah kat situ. Okay, masuk pula case yang kedua. So, we have 3C1 times 2C0 times 5C1. Itu baru case yang kedua. Okay, now kita sama lagi case yang ketiga pula. So 3C0 times 2C1 times 5C1. Okay, careful, ini baru cara kita pilih. Ini belum lagi probability. So we have to divide by our sample space just now, 45. Sebab tu better sample space cari awal-awal. So kita terus ingat, okay, setiap kali nak calculate, kita mesti divide by sample space. Okay. So simplify this up. Oh, kira lah satu-satu. 5C0 dah memang 1. Anything C0 for sure 1. So kita dah boleh cancel out tu. Okay. And then the rest tu awak tambahkan lah. So our answer in this case should be 31/45. Okay. Settle. Alright. So ini case yang kedua, still involving combination. So ingat key point kita, first step, always find the sample space first. Sample space maksudnya no restriction. After that, ikutlah arahan soalan tu. If it's more than one case, better you construct a table so that tak confuse bila masa nak darab, bila masa nak tambah. Okay, next question. Alright. So, 4 letters are chosen randomly from the word computer. Find the probability. All 4 are consonant. Letter C must be chosen. M and P must be chosen simultaneously. Okay, yang ni tak ada masalah juga. So, from the word computer itself, kira lah kat situ. And in this case should be, ada berapa tu? Kita ada 8 option for N. Ada 8 huruf. But then, only 4 that will be chosen. Means kat sini lagi sekali our R should be 4 because they use the word choose kat situ. So kita akan guna NCR. Kita nak pilih, kita bukan nak susun. Okay. So and then next step as usual, find the sample space. So in this case, sample space should be 8C4. So that would be 70. Okay, dah settle sample space, baru kita cerita satu-satu punya soalan lah. Kita pergi dengan first dulu Okay, all 4 letter must be consonant. So, ingat balik, what is consonant? Consonant tu except A, E, I, O, U lah. So, from the word computer itself, kita tulislah balik tadi, kita mesti ada 2. Kita boleh ada vocal ataupun sometimes they use vowel. Okay, from the word computer, kita punya vocal or vowel is O, U, E. Kita ada 3 vocal here. And then consonant would be the remaining letters lah. So kita ada 5 letter there. Alright. So in order to ensure all 4 letter must be consonant, kita guna je lah option for consonant kan. So in this case, calculation should be 5C4. Jangan lupa divide by our sample space. So, divide by 70. So, here simplify your answer. You should get 1/14. Okay, kata yang tu. Next one. Letter C must be chosen. Kita ada huruf C. Huruf C tu kita mesti pilih. Alright. So, from the option computer, saya tulis balik. Computer. Okay, kita ada satu je pilihan huruf C. And huruf C tu kita mesti nak guna. Means calculation now akan jadi 1C1. Sebab ada satu je huruf C tu kita mesti pilih. Okay, and then remaining we would left with 7 letters kan. Mula-mula ada 8, kita dah guna 1. Maksudnya baki tinggal 7. So, to complete the quota, we must choose now 4 letter. Means kita akan jadi 7C3 divided by 14. Jalan kerja dia sama je macam combination, cuma kita mesti ada bahagi sample space. Sorry, bukan 14. Tengok saya yang salah tengok. 70 kan sample space tadi. Okay, 70. Alright, so in this case, our answer would be half. Alright. And then last one, letter M and P must choose simultaneously. Maksudnya kita ada huruf M dengan P, dua-dua tu kita mesti pilih. Okay, so kita ada satu je pilihan huruf M, satu je pilihan huruf P. Maksudnya dua-dua tu kita mesti pilih. So we have 2C2. Dah pilih 2 huruf, maksudnya remaining we left with 6 option to complete the quota, we have to choose another 2 letter. And then don't forget, divide by your sample space. So in this case, answer should be 3/14. Okay, settle. Okay, ini dah settle. Kita masuk next example yang involving permutation. Arrangement is important. Okay, so we have 3 red marbles, 4 yellow marbles, 3 red, 4 yellow, 2 green marbles. Okay, means now all together we would have 9. Okay, arrange in one row. That's the keyword. Arrangement is important in this case, so we have to use permutation, NPR. Okay, find the probability. Okay, yang ni mungkin ada tertinggal dalam nota tu, tulisan yang colour merah tu. All marble of the same colour are identical. So this is arrangement involving identical case. Okay. Okay, kita ada few cases kat situ. Sebelum jawab, always remember first step, find the way you arrange with no restriction. Itu step pertama dulu kita buat. Cari dulu dia punya sample space sama macam tadi. The one without restriction ataupun no restriction. Okay, so since we have to arrange all 9 marbles, so dia akan jadi 9p9 or 9 factorial. Both are the same. Okay, but then since this is identical, you have to divide with identical object. So we have 3 factorial times 4 factorial times 2 factorial. Jangan tertinggal yang tu lah. Kalau tertinggal nak divide by factorial, dia jadi salah. So in this case, we have 1260. Okay, so that is our sample space. So every single time we have to find the probability after this, kita kena ingat, mesti bahagikan dengan 1260. Alright, kita pergi first case So for the first case, all 4 yellow marble must be next to each other. Okay, kalau case-case arrangement next to each other ni better awak lukis lah. Nak selamat. Lukis tu tak ada markah tapi nak biar kita tak tersalah. Okay, so kita ada 9 marble, saya buat 9 empty space. Okay, we have 4 yellow marble that must be next to each other. So kita susun lah, letak je kat mana-mana box that you want, make sure it next to each other. Ikat sebagai satu box. Mesti buat macam tu. Kalau together je mesti macam tu. Next to each other sama maksud dengan together Ni patutnya tak ada masalah lah awak nak interpret soalan. Okay, so now kita ada tinggal berapa box? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 space left, that the place that we need to find the arrangement. So dia akan jadi 6p6 or 6 factorial. Okay, but then between yellow marbles itself, you can rearrange all 4 of them. So times with 4 factorial ataupun nak buat 4p4 boleh, sama maksud. Okay, and then we have to divide by identical object. Ingat, mesti divide by identical. So tadi apa identical kita? 3 factorial times 4 factorial times 2 factorial. Okay, so in that case kita akan dapat 60. Okay, jangan terconfuse. This is only the way you arrange the yellow marbles next to each other, not yet the probability. So in order to find the probability, 60 divide by our sample space just now, 1260. So you should get 1/21. Okay, itu settle yang pertama. Alright. So second case, all 4 yellow marbles must not be arranged next to each other. Not pula. Not to each other means separated. Tadi nak together, sekarang nak separated pula kan. Banyak hal di ni. Okay, so for separated cases, remember first kita susun dulu, we arrange the one with no condition. So altogether we have 9 marbles. Yang ada condition 4 yellow marbles ni. So the rest we would have another 5 marbles. So itu yang kita susun dulu. Saya buat 5 space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this 5 kita boleh rearrange any marbles kan, remaining 5 tadi. That's why dia akan jadi 5p5 or 5 factorial. Alright, next, in order to ensure these 4 yellow marbles is separated, so kita make sure we arrange it in between 5 marbles that we have just now. Kita susun dia di ruang antara marble yang kita dah susun tadi. Alright, so from the arrow itself, saya count ada berapa space kita boleh letak. That 6 space, ada 6 space, but then we want to arrange only 4 yellow marble, so 6p4. Step dia fix setiap kali macam tu. Kalau ada 3 yellow marbles not next to each other, dah lah 6p3 macam tu. Okay. Divide by, always divide by our identical case lah. Identical case akan berubah. So 3 factorial, 4 factorial, 2 factorial. Okay. So in this case, you should get 150. So the probability 150 divide by our sample space 1260. So this is 5/42. Alright. Last one. So the green marble must be in the first and last position. Okay, kita ada 9 marble. Saya buat 9 space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Green must be in the first and last space. Okay, so check back how many green marbles do we have? Green altogether kita ada 2 je. Okay, ingat ada 2 je. So if 1 kita choose kat the first place, we want to arrange there, so dia akan jadi 2p1. Why? Because out of 2 green marble, 1 kita akan letak kat first space. So 2p1. And then remaining 1, we must put at the last space. So times with 1p1. 1p1 tu maksudnya ada satu lagi green, mesti letak kat kotak hujung tu. Okay. And now we have another 7 marbles left. So we have to rearrange all of them. 7p7. Oh, awak nak buat 7 factorial. Boleh, sama Divide by apa? Always divide by your identical case. So 3 factorial, 4 factorials times 2 factorial. Here you should get 35. So the probability, same. 35 out of your sample space. So we get 1/36. Okay. Settle. So this is the pattern for arrangement problem involving probability. So first step, awak kena faham how to arrange lah identical object. Kan, yang kita buat-buat ni semuanya sebenarnya topik 7. Ni, kalau tak faham yang tu, memang awak akan terus stuck. Dah faham yang tu, in order to find the probability, you just have to divide by the sample space. So step dia dah simple je, kena bahagi dengan sample space. Tapi kalau arrangement pun kita tak boleh buat, topik 7 tu awak tak faham lagi, awak akan stuck teruslah kat sini. Okay, so that's why topik 7, even though tak masuk final exam, tapi dia boleh bergabung dengan topik 8. This kind of pattern, quite famous juga. Dia suka tanya benda tu. So dia gabungkan lah permutation with probability. Okay, settle. That's for permutation and combination involving probability. Okay.